What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody who's watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody who has hit me up on Twitter, asking me if the move is going great and how everything has been going. I appreciate you guys, man. Everything has gone great, man. I am officially into the new place, so thank you everybody for checking in. Everything went absolutely amazing. Of course, it is always a blessing when you're able to take that step up in life. Just like I've told you guys multiple times, and I have in my bio on the website, greenlightdfs.com, man. Like 3 years ago, I was in my car, and now I'm in a nice-ass place because I'm addicted to fucking Draftkings up. That is what it is. The moment I realized I can make money from what I know about sports, I had to call up my dad. It was like, thank you for being so fucking like crazy about sports, because I wouldn't have grown up like that and I wouldn't be so successful at what I do. Not many people are able to say that majority of their income comes from checks received from DraftKings withdrawals. And that's how I am. So, and it's a blessing to be able to pay bills solely off checks that DraftKings sends me, man. So I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for being able to play daily fantasy sports, man. I found something, they brought up some daily fantasy is something that they came up with, and it has single-handedly changed my life. So it's a blessing. Everything is great. Thank you guys so much for checking in as always, man. You guys are the fucking best. Like the video down below. 100 likes, free arcade mode. Everybody loves free shit. I got you. 100 plus likes down below. Also, every single day, obviously, everything is back to normal today, Monday night, all right? Everything is back to normal, guys. Everything's back to usual. I'm moved in. Everything's done. I'm officially ready to go. So it is time to get back to this money. It's crazy taking like 3 days off from DraftKings. It really is. It really is. Like, imagine like it's like a person who's addicted to cigarettes, smoking cigarettes, not having a cigarette for 3 days. Like, they turn into like crackheads, kind of. Like, I have friends who smoke cigarettes, and I know how it is when they're not able to smoke cigarettes. And it kind of is like a serious addiction. It's like legit. And that's how it is with DraftKings for me, man. So let's get straight to this money, guys. I'm going to get straight to it, all right? I will be announcing later on today the official, the people who are in the DFS squad news, okay? I'm going to come out and tell everybody, hey, you are in this league. Draft will be this day. All that information, everything you guys have been wanting to know, that will be coming tonight, all right? Let's get straight into this, guys. First pitcher that I got to go with, yes, I do love Jacob deGrom going against San Diego. We all know San Diego strikes out a lot, but he's 13-4. So in this high five, I am not going to be playing him because I'm going to save a little money on a guy that I think can put up the same amount of points, and then we're going to save big on the second pitcher and then get whatever hitters we want here. All right? It is a big slate, so it's time to get some big money. Let's get straight to it, man. We have been doing nothing but winning. If you follow me on Twitter, you know we post nothing but winnings every single night damn near, all right? And it's hard to say that with something like daily fantasy, but hey, I've got that secret weapon, all right? And why not just share it with the squad and get this money? So let's get it. Go to greenlightdfs.com, join the squad. We've already been having people the last 3 days that I haven't been doing anything. Everybody's been filing and preparing for this week because we all know what's about to happen, and we are on a hot streak right now. So come get the money with us. Don't be that lone person who refuses to fucking join the squad and you just continuously throw your money away on DraftKings, or go to some bullshit ass provider who spends 30 minutes setting his lineups, or gets them fucking automatically optimized or some bullshit like that. So come to me. Let's get this money. All right. Brad Peacock going against Philly. Philly is another team that strikes out a lot, guys. They strike out a lot. And Brad Peacock, here's the thing. Keuchel is coming back very, very soon, which means it's going to be between Peacock and Fears most likely of who is going to stay in that rotation. One of them are probably going to have to go. All right? As you saw with Peacock's last start, he had a very, very solid outing. Got 33 against Seattle. Okay, and he knew at that point that, hey, I got to start really, really showing up. Like, I've been solid, but I got to start really, really showing up to make sure that when Keuchel comes back, I stay in this rotation. Okay, and it's the same type of situation here, man. He's fighting for his life here. So he needs to stay in this rotation. I definitely expect him to put up another gem here. And at 11.5, I'll take that discount off DeGrom with that 30-plus potential he has. All right, let's get straight to the next pitcher I love. The next pitcher that I absolutely love on this slate, and he is just way too fucking cheap for the type of potential he has, is lefty Clayton Richard at 5,400. Now, I know the reason he is this cheap is because he can get blown up. But going against a Mets offense that are their majority of their power comes from the left side of that plate. And they do not hit lefties well. None of them have great splits versus lefties. All right? There are some righties that hit lefties well, like Cespedes. Okay? Like Flores. Flores hits lefties well as well. He's known to be a lefty masher. But if Richard can get through those two guys, Richard has shown through this year that he can throw that 7-plus strikeout game and get you 25 DraftKings points. And if he does that at 5,400, that is a game changer when it comes to daily fantasy. You need a guy like that to get that first place. And I think Clayton Richard will be that guy who flies under the radar and a guy who can definitely put up points at that 5,400 price tag against a Mets offense that, let's be real, their power is from the left side of the plate, and those guys will be, their potential will definitely drop against Clayton Richard, the lefty. All right? So let's get straight to the bats, guys. At first base, another guy that I feel like will be under-owned, but he has been very, very good as of late. He is going to spacious San Francisco, but Josh Bell has been on point. I realized that two of those nice games were in Colorado, and everybody and their grandma hits well in Colorado. But if you look, okay, I did some deeper research, and Josh Bell has hit the ball better on the road than at home, which is crazy, but it's facts, okay? Josh Bell has been hitting very good the last few games, and now he is going against Kane, who is the worst pitcher on this slate. I understand it's spacious San Francisco, but I wouldn't worry too much. Play the Pittsburgh guys that you're really confident in. And one of the guys I really like is Josh Bell. I expect a lot of them to go way under the radar, very, very low-owned type of shit here, because a lot of guys just avoid games in San Francisco because of how spacious it is. But Josh Bell is one of those guys, man. He hits better on the road, and he can just get on base. And that's what you want. You want a guy that gets on base and can get multiple hits in a game, and that is Josh Bell here at 4,500, and I expect his ownership to be low. All right? Next up, in the outfield, our main man, Marwin Gonzalez. Marwin has been doing his thing. He's been very, very solid for Houston this year. He's going against Velasquez. Okay, he's going against Velasquez, the righty. He hits very well from the left side of the plate. Marwin Gonzalez is going to be a great play here. I love him. And out of the Houston stack, I expect him to be lower owned than the guys like George Springer and stuff like that. But Springer hits lefties better than righties. Okay, I'm not saying Springer's going to have a bad game. He could definitely go up as well. But a guy like Marwin Gonzalez at 4,400, saving that money from Springer, can definitely be very, very beneficial here. And he's a guy that'll be much lower owned. All right? So definitely get your exposure to Marwin Gonzalez. That gives us a little bat to go with our pitcher, Brad Peacock. Let's roll it out. He's got to be in the high 5. All right? Last but not least, man, this guy has won me so much money within the last week. He has won me so much money within this last week. And that's Adam Jones. And thank God he gets to go against another lefty in Snell. All right, Adam Jones destroys lefties, and he has been leading off versus them, and he has been absolutely annihilating them. He gets on base multiple times. He has good power for fantasy purposes. I absolutely love Adam Jones, and until he cools off, I am playing him. I don't care that he had his very good games in Baltimore, which is a very hitter-friendly ballpark. Okay, I understand he's going to Tampa Bay, but I'm not worried. All right, he has been hitting the ball very, very well. Regardless of where he's at, he's been putting the bat on the ball. And he's got that good power that you want in your lineup. And especially with him leading off, he's going to get that 4 to 5 bats. And that's something you like. You want to play those guys who are going to get a good amount of bats in. Okay, because that gives them more opportunities to get on base. So Adam Jones rounds out the high 5. And here it is. Brad Peacock, Clayton Richard, Josh Bell, Marwin Gonzalez, and Adam Jones. That is the high five for Monday night. All right, let's get this money, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video down below. Follow me on Twitter at @Cam_ATL, because every single day I have been giving away subscriptions to the squad. I've been giving away a lineup every day to one retweeter. Definitely follow me on Twitter at @Cam_ATL, man, because it definitely will be beneficial to you. All right? Now, you guys know what time it is. It's time for the batter's box. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of names who have good histories versus the pitchers they will be facing in this slate, and guys that you definitely want to work into your lineups, okay? All of these guys have 10 or more at-bats versus the pitcher, versus said pitcher, which means the sample size is not going to be very, very small. It's going to be a good little sample size to give you guys an idea, all right? So here we go. Chris Davis. I love Chris Davis against Liriano. I absolutely love him. That's a hitter-friendly ballpark in Toronto. I love Chris Davis. He's got 6 of 17 for 2 home runs and a .353. He has struck out 7 times, which I do not like, and it's not the greatest, but he's gotten 2 home runs and 5 of his 6 hits were for extra bases. So he's hitting for power against Liriano. I love it. Zach Cozart, Joey Votto, Miguel Cabrera, Bonifacio, Alex Gordon. Brandon Moss has been a guy I like to go ahead and play as a little cheap guy. I've been putting in my lineups a lot lately. He's been hitting very well. Salvador Perez, we all know he destroys Justin Verlander. He is a very good hitter versus Verlander. Verlander's another pitcher that I actually like here on this slate, even though Kansas City has, if you look at the numbers, the hitters for Kansas City have done solid, but if you look at the past games throughout this year so far, not through career, through this year alone, he has 19-plus points against Kansas City in every game he has faced them this year. So he's been doing very, very solid versus him. If you want a guy for cash games that you can definitely rely on, I would say go Justin Verlander. He's definitely a good cash game play, I believe. Gerardo Parra, Mark Reynolds, Daniel Descalso, J.D. Martinez for Arizona. Welcome to Arizona, J.D. Man, Arizona's going to be ridiculous once J.D. really gets in the swing of things. Nick Markakis, Chase Utley, and Brandon Belt, guys, and that's it. Good luck, everybody. Go to greenlightdfs.com and join the squad. Stop losing. Let's fill up that bank account for you, man. That's what I'm here for. At @Cam_ATL. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys. You all are the fucking best, and I'm out.